We're just normal men.
What do you mean, normal men?
We're just innocent men.
It's time for Side Scrollers with me, Stuttering Craig.
Oh, wow. Right on the tip. Just on the tip.
And Blabs. Co-hosted by our friends from around the internet.
There is a portion of Norway where it is legally required to carry a firearm at all times.
If you're just a normal man looking for common sense in this crazy-ass world, you've come to the right place. And now, broadcasting from our homes from around the internet, it's time for Side Scrollers. Oh, welcome out to Side Scrollers on YouTube.com and Rumble.com and, most importantly, SidescrollersPlus.com. Happy Friday to you, friends. It is Finish Strong Friday. This is going to be our last show like this for about 10 days because next week is the big old Fundathon, baby. 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. We are gearing up and loading up and ready to go hard. It's going to be great. How are you, Blabs?
I'm good. I'm ready to go. I have my luggages on either side of me open, ready to go. The last thing I have to do is pack it all up, and then I'm out of here. I'm ready to go. Look, I'm in my hoodie and everything. I'm ready to roll.
Yes, the hoodie is very good to wear a hoodie to Florida.
No, it's for the plane because the plane can get cold, and then I always wear a hat, right, so you can cover your eyes and nap, and you don't have to look at people. And also, like when some moron next to me always has a big tablet on with the bright lights, I'm like, fuck off, and I just do this, so you know.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Okay.
I totally matched and everything. I look like I'm homeless, but I'm ready.
You do look like you're. What do they don't say?
Homeless Blabs.
No, they don't say homeless anymore. They say unhoused. Blabs.
Unhoused.
Yeah, so ridiculous. Unhoused.
Yep.
Someone who never looks like they're unhoused, but is always well kept and just always presents in the most shining beacon of light. Here on episode 666 of Side Scrollers, it's very dark.
Very fitting.
Yes.
Yeah. Gingers have no souls.
That is true. It's true.
How you doing, Vera?
Doing good.
Yeah. Does it drive you nuts that I say Vera and it's probably Vara?
No, I say Vera.
Okay, just making sure because I know. I hear Blab say Vara because it is an A.
That's
not
okay.
An E.
It's close enough.
Okay.
What do I say? Vera? Vara?
You say Vara.
Do I really? I didn't even notice it.
It's better than Jaffe, who said Vera. Veering off the road over here.
David Jaffe veered off his life a long time ago.
Yeah.
That guy, man. I'll tell you what. Speaking of somebody who's just totally taken the strong right turn off the interstate into the ditch that is life. Everybody welcome Meg. Hello, Meg.
Yes, I am just miserable, just living a life of turmoil.
At one point, Meg's driving on the highway, just driving. Then she just like, fuck it.
Yeah, like, it's just so hard.
Just life is horrible. They won't tell me that I'm a boy. Anyway.
Wow. I'm a real boy.
You sure are, Meg. Well, look, we do have a panel of women, and for the next 90 minutes, 2 hours, I also will identify as a woman, which is great. So truly side scroll hers today.
Stunning and brave.
Thank you, Vera. I appreciate that. The bravery is just emanating from me profusely, which is great. Meg, excited to see you in just a couple days.
Yes, I'm so excited. I can't wait. It's going to be a party.
Yes. Meg, wish you could make it, but next time.
Meg is making it.
He means Vera.
Meg, see you next time. Vera, wish
You're
you
invited,
could make
but
it.
not really.
Yes. Vera, wish you could make it, but next time. Yes. And that, my friends, we are, of course, talking about the Fundathon starting on Monday. Very excited about this, my God. You saw the promo. Well, you probably didn't, but earlier today, Cecil put together a very stunning and brave promo for the subathon, which I wanted to share right now because I think it really encapsulates the logic.
Be careful, you might get hit with the copyright. It's Star Wars.
All right, fine. Well, the point is that it's not just the power of one. It's not just the power of two. It, my friends, is the power of many here. As that's not what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. There we go. That's the power of many, the power of one, the power to the power of many. So thank you, Cecil, for putting that together. And I did spoil it. For the first time, we're showing off our little sub goals, which everything we do is going to be built around Rumble and Rumble Premium subs in particular. So it's called a fundathon. It was initially called a subathon. It's a sub fundathon. Okay, that's what we're doing here. And the idea is that we are going crazy with the Rumble Premium subs over there. And here are our goals, which I'd like to put out for you guys because, hey, let's freaking go. You can see. By the way, just for record, we are starting at almost 800 right now. So our first goal being at 900, that's 100 away. So we got the chubby, you guys can see it right there. And here's the big thing on the bottom of the screen. For every 50 gifted premium memberships over on Rumble, you're gonna sponsor an episode of Side Scrollers in 2026. So if you come in and you drop a 50, guess what? We got your name on the list, and the episode will actually say, hey, this episode of Side Scrollers is brought to you by Blabs. And it'll be great because Blabs is going to be dropping 50, right? So anyways, that's kind of the idea. And we truly want to put the keys of our success into your hands, which is terrifying, if I do say so myself. I am incredibly scared for the first time in a long time because you just don't know. You just don't know what's going to happen, So there we go. That's next week. And most importantly, we learned that everybody's manipulated through fear from our discussion earlier this week about climate change. And so we've adopted our slogan for this year's Fundathon, which is "Don't Die." So we should probably change that, Blabs, to "Support or Die." What do you think about that?
No, I just like "Don't Die."
Oh, okay.
It's a good message.
Well, don't die, everybody. Okay,
yeah.
Don't let us.
Also, I want to point out there was a spelling mistake in your sub goal, so I want to go and fix it for you on Canva.
What is it?
The very bottom, it says "must be done at one time for tracking purpose." It's purposes.
Listen, I can't read. I can't type.
So I fixed it for you in Canva just now.
Blabs needs a raise.
Yes, big time. Way to get those spelling corrections. I love it. All right. Anyway, so that's Monday. It's gonna be great. 24 hours a day, 5 days a week, starting at our normal time on Monday, and we will not stop. So next week, as you guys are just hanging out, you're like, I wonder what's going on. Check in because we're gonna be live on YouTube, on Rumble, on Kick, and yes, even on Twitch. So gonna be a great week ahead of us. Some other housekeeping here. Once again, I did see. Well, let me just play this really fast. I wanted to play this because I saw XQC talking about this, the idea of a subathon. And he was talking about, I don't really think it's necessary to play, but I will. But the long and short of it is he talks about how there's these subathons, right? Where like Kai Cenat and like FaZe Clan are doing these things. And they're like, oh, we cleared $100,000 or whatever, right? Like these guys are clearing $100,000 a day. You know who's not clearing $100,000, period? Us. All right. So that's we're using this to fund all of our ideas in 2026. So we're not, hopefully we can do some good work with the fundathon. One other quick note of housekeeping. I want to keep reminding everybody when we come back from after the fundathon, just a few days away will be our big event happening in Atlanta, which we would like to invite you to. It's called invite only. Initially was going to be invite only. But then Rumble Gaming spoiled it, and now you're invited. So let's freaking go! Open bar. Woo! Come on now, let's go. So go to you can find it on my X or the Gaming on Rumble X. You just got to click this, go in, and get yourself invited. It's really simple. We'd love for you guys to join us over there for that. So
I'll be there.
It's on November 1st in Atlanta, Georgia. Meg's going to be there. I'm going to be there. Barry, you going to be in Atlanta for DreamHack?
No.
Oh, well.
She's like, I don't fly.
Well, if you were, it would have been great. So one last final thing, which I do want to point out, which has been really fucking funny to watch. Yesterday, we talked about the thumbnail strategy of Moist Critical and that he's made what, $40 million, whatever, 35 million from YouTube. And we saw the thumbnail strategy, which Vera, I don't know if you've instituted this, but this is the thumbnail strategy over on YouTube, where this is the meme commenter guy, and it's just him the entire time, right? And he say things like, popular guy situation is crazy. Penis man situation is crazy. Huge drama. This situation. So yesterday, just half-heartedly, I've said, hey, we're going to take that and we're going to do it for the next few videos. It's been fucking bonkers, right? Like, it is. Everybody should stop what you're doing if you're making videos on YouTube and follow this playbook, because we had a 15% click-through rate on a video.
It's pretty good.
That's insane. I've never seen a click-through rate that high. Never.
Yeah.
So anyways, when you see videos from us, click on it for the memes more than anything, because it's been really fucking funny. So I just wanted to give everybody an update on that. So, and just for the record, generally like a good click-through rate is like 5 to 7%. So fucking bonkers. It's really funny. It is, as Lemonhawk points out, effective, but depressing.
Especially when Craig spends so much time studying thumbnails and researching and like looking at statistics, and it's like, nah, you just need to like stretch out a photo of yourself and that's it. That's all you gotta do.
Well, the problem with YouTube is that when they see a certain format is getting popular, they change the algorithm. So now that Craig's done it, and he's telling everybody else to do it, in a week it won't work anymore.
Right.
This is also true.
Right. It only works for that guy. So, all right. Look, we have a lot to get to today. We are going to be digging into this diaper furry situation. We talked about it yesterday, but Twitch is just, for lack of a better term, shitting the bed, pardon the pun, here with the diaper furry. Somehow during this Collargate situation, Hasan has found a way to play the victim, which is spectacular. And Blue Sky is melting down over some JK Rowling stuff. And that's Rowling, right, Blabs?
Yeah, like rolling with the homies.
That's right.
Yeah, clueless.
Rolling with the homies.
She knows.
And yeah, so we got a lot going on. We are going 2 hours today because all three of these ladies need to roll out because Blabs is traveling, and these other two ladies just don't. They just got shit going on, and I understand that. So 2 hours strong today. We're gonna go crazy. We always like to start the show with Today in Gaming History. So Blabs, please let us know what 3 games you think were great but actually weren't.
Today in Gaming History with Blabs.
That's me.
All right, Fart Princess, what do we got?
I've been demoted. I was queen before. Now I'm
That's
princess.
right.
Damn it!
Right.
It's like Disney Star Wars all over again. Demoted from princess to general. Anyway, guys, I actually have show and tell for today because October 17th means Zoo
Hold on.
Tycoon.
You own Bully, don't you?
No, Zoo Tycoon
course
was
you
released
don't.
in 2001. Bully was released in 2006, and Super Mario Party Jamboree was released in 2024. And look at these two. That's why I went to leave right when you started the intro. I was like, oh shit, I got my stuff I gotta show off. Look at that. I
appreciate
Zoo
it.
Tycoon.
Just the discs.
Well, no, here's the thing. I keep them in my Zoo Tycoon 2 thing. You know how the old PC games like used to have like the biggest things, like, and you could just keep all these CDs together? So I keep them with my Zoo Tycoon 2 expansions and everything. But I have the original like CDs somewhere. I just keep them all together. So I have Zoo Tycoon 1, and then obviously the little Marine Mania expansion CD that came with it like a year later. So yeah.
Jared, do you own any of those games?
I do. I own Zoo Tycoon. I own Bully. Bully is an absolutely goated game. It's so amazing.
Mm-hmm. Did you
Yeah,
see-
damn, Blabs. Showing off
got
the
Riz
loot.
with my Zoo Tycoon.
Sheesh.
I got the box. I let people get eaten by dinosaurs. Let's go.
Hey, really quick, hold that up again real fast so everybody can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, if you guys can all freeze frame that and do put whatever you want Blabs holding next to her face.
No, why would you do that? I'm having a wholesome moment with my Zoo Tycoon.
Well, no, just saying you could be holding up whatever you want. They can Photoshop, and it can be a picture
It's
of.
gonna be Concord and shit now.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
probably.
It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Well,
good.
anyway, I have all the discs, all of them.
Well, congratulations, Blabs. Way to go.
Yeah.
Some noticeable games that you missed today include Fear, released 20 years ago in 2005 for PC right there. Fire Emblem Path of Radiance in 2005 for the GameCube right there. All Fire Emblem fans rejoice. The GTA trilogy, that's the first 3, as you can tell by the name, the trilogy here. The Warriors, I always thought that was weird that the Warriors got a game in 2005 for the PlayStation 2 and Xbox. You girls know what the Warriors is?
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
So what about you, Meg? You ever heard of the Warriors before?
I think I have. I haven't played it, but I have definitely heard of it.
Okay, so the Warriors was a movie that was back in the 70s, in 1979.
Yes, 79, yeah.
Yeah, and so it didn't make a whole lot of sense to me that they released a movie 25 years later or whatever it was, a game, especially for like PlayStation and Xbox. But there's some pretty quotable lines in that. Warriors come out to play. Anyways, those who have seen the Warriors know. Battlefield 2142 Future Combat was released 19 years ago for PC. We mentioned Bully, Destroy All Humans 2, which those Destroy All Human games were pretty fun for a little bit. Microsoft Flight Simulator X, released in 2006. Blabs, The Sims 2 Pets.
I never played The Sims ever.
Oh, okay.
How about them Zoo Tycoon 1 release? Huh?
How about it?
Yeah.
South Park, The Fractured Butthole was released 8 years ago. What maybe the best named game in video games.
I like how they didn't even use B-U-T-T. It's just butt.
Well,
Yeah.
no, see, Blabs, it's a play on words.
Yeah, I get that. I'm pointing that out. I like it. The pun.
So it makes it a clever thing. Aspication in the chat says Elix. I don't even know what Elix. You guys know what this game is? I've never heard of this game. Elix? Vera?
Alex?
Isn't it a first person?
He role playing.
It's like a sci-fi game. They have like powers. I didn't play it, but I do remember it because it came out and like people were comparing it to fucking Anthem when it came out. They're like, it's Anthem with magic.
I like that you said fuggin'.
Yeah.
They're comparing it to fucking, not
Yeah.
fucking. All right, nice. Okay. Well, now I don't know. Never heard of it before. Sonic Superstars was released 2 years ago, and last year we got Mario Jamboree. There you go. Which was a Mario game, Mario Party game. Which Mario Party's fun. I don't know. It's definitely it can yes, and Zoo Tycoon. Yes. But Mario Party is good time. Overnight, Aramis came in with a $25 direct donation. Says busy this weekend, so have a great weekend, all, and safe travel, side scrollers. Craig, read this in your best positive tone. Okay, you ready? Blabs, what type of keyboard you're using? If so, it's so silent. I'll be damned. I can barely hear you typing with those awesome keyboard. Wowzer.
Ha!
There you go, Aramis. Thank you. And Blabs, I just read something somebody else wanted. There's no ha attached to that.
No, you said it. Admission.
Bentley came in and says, hey, Craigster, I wanted to check to see if the DreamHack meetup was full or not. I registered on Wednesday and I was curious if I was too late. I promised to limit myself to one Craig can't read joke and then never call you Craigster again. # Montez. Well, I will check in just a little bit. I'm the guy who's getting all the RSVPs in for that. And when you go in and you register to be a part of it, I will be the one who will either admit you or not. So I'll make sure to look at yours very closely to see if you're allowed to come in, Bentley, guys. Sound good? Sounds good. KJ came in with the 200 Norwegian krones. Says, I think communists were right all along. Reason they turned authoritarian is due to capitalist intervention in the Russian Civil War from 1918, white movement versus Bolsheviks, etc. Besides, Rump is like a capitalist dictator. Okay. Thanks for your input on that and your Norwegian crones. Wasp says, I don't know if you saw, but Ace Frehley, formerly lead guitarist of Kiss, passed away last night. Rest in peace. Oh, you didn't know that, Blabs?
Oh, no. Back in the New York groove. I love that song. Oh.
Are you sad?
Yes. That sucks.
Yes,
Shit, man. Just seeing this now.
Aw. Sorry to hear that. Blabs is really having a tough go of that. I'm sorry. Yes.
Oh, well, whatever. Okay,
he was
fine.
76.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
And he was a rock
Saying
star.
Yeah, all the drugs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Like if you're the lead singer of Kiss and you make it to 76, you're doing pretty damn good. Just saying. If you're gonna do all that and do all those, you make it to 76. Just saying. You know.
I mean, platform boots and makeup on the reg. I mean, let's go, girls.
Yeah.
No, yeah, it's true. Yeah.
There you go. Sorry, Blabs. I know you just went into spiraled into a deep depression, but it's okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll be all right.
Sorry. Pre-Dawn Corp says, Craig, there's a clip of Review Tech USA watching one of your streams when my super chat appears. RTU ate his daughter's eyes. Dickers loses his minds. Kino Casino and Smash GT played the clip. Can I share the link? Look, I was asked about Review Tech USA the other day, and they said, why don't you respond to Review Tech USA? And can I be honest about that? I don't punch down, and I feel sorry for him. That's why. Because I feel sorry for him. I legitimately, he's clearly messed up. He's had a really tough go in his life, and I don't think it's right to punch down on a dude who is so fucking mentally broken. Is it funny? Yes. But I just let the poor guy kill his channel in his own way. It's fucking sad. Anyways, yeah, he did it to himself. It is what it is. So I don't need to do anything to make him look like an idiot. So, but if you want to share the link, by all means, yeah, by all means. So. Mercenary says, I will always say homeless because I refuse to speak commie speak. So instead of Blabs being fired today, it's whoever came up with the commie speak. There you go, Mercenary. He also says, instead of identifying as a woman, I identify as a Pokemon Mewtwo. I want to be a grumpy cat and all the ladies will love me. Keep fighting for that, Mercenary. Guts came in and says, when did furries become a protected class? Should anime fans also be protected status if we're going to just hand them out to hobby communities? Right. And hey, give it up for Wolf and Wings, who just came in and dropped 10 Rumble premium subs over there, getting the subathon started early, getting the funathon going. Let's freaking go. Wolf and Wings, thank you so much. That's going to be massive coming up next week. Outstanding. And we have this from Young Stuff. Says, Vera, how do you cope with Massachusetts? I'm in Rhode Island. It's no bueno. Help get me out of New England. Warriors is an amazing movie and game. Can you dig it? Thanks.
Can you dig
I mean, basically, you just suck it up and deal with it. It's unfortunate.
All right. Now we know. Zeckler says, can you dig it? That's right. And David Freeman says, so Blabs always says, why get Olive Garden when I can make it better? How about the OG versus Blabs the Olive Garden versus Blabs taste test for the subathon? Listen, these are great ideas, and I think they would be super fun. Listen, the wonderful thing is we have a really good skeleton of ideas, a lot of fun things to do. We bought a lot of fun stuff, and we're gonna have games. It's gonna be like side scrollers IRL with some games thrown in. But it's like a blank slate also. If you guys want something to happen, it will happen. We're going to see what we can do to make things happen. It's going to be fun. Salaful Courant Shooter says, I think Ace and Peter, the drummer for the drummer of Kiss, aren't involved with the business side of the band after selling it to Gene and Paul. Thank you, Siloful, Cool Ranch Doritos. And Jojo Geeker says, from your dojo master in the backwoods, Pennsylvania, USA, I love what y'all are doing, and maybe someday I can join. Keep it up. Oh, and P.S. Craig, NBA Jam, I'll destroy you. Well, love you all. Jojo, that's really fucking funny. And no, you won't. But yes, thank you very much for the support. Really appreciate that. West wants to know if I'm flying you out first class.
I should demand it. Yo, I demand the first class. I demand.
West, you're fucking funny. That's really fucking funny. Nobody flies first class because that's a waste of money, and we want to use any supports you guys provide us
I'm demanding
in a
Craig.
positive way. Yes.
Demand.
And I would say, sorry, Blabs, can't make it this time.
Because we let our first class passengers do pretty much whatever they want.
Right. And Jared says, well, next week looks like it's going to be really fun to watch. I do have a couple things to ask. One, how will y'all go about the middle of each night? And two, please try not to kill each other. Thank you, Jared. Yes, throughout the middle of the night, we actually are going to have Cecil. We're going to have Eric. I'm sorry, the Rabble Wrangler, as well as Melee Games. They're going to be doing some fun gaming challenges from like midnight to 6. So we've been thinking about this. It's going to be good. All right, guys. Thank you guys very much for your support. Glad you're with us today. Do us a favor, wherever you're tuning in, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe. If you're watching over on YouTube, join the 134,000 Just Normal Men. You're watching over on Rumble, join the 24,000 Just Normal Men and the 2,000 watching over on Kick. Love to see that. Glad you guys are with us. Let's get into it. It's time for my favorite segment, your favorite segment, everybody in the world's favorite segment. It's time for Hard News. Okay, I see we have some AI going on here. This is great. Oh, look, here we are. Listen, the Cynical Crusader has already delivered with AI. It took all of 6 seconds to see what's going on here.
It's weird. Weird.
Okay, let's see what happens.
Look at my mic. What is it doing? It's got its own arm.
Well, yeah, it's attached to you. Well, that's nice. And look at that. Look at how quickly that happened. I'm pretty sure that's you, Blabs.
I don't know, man. I don't think I've ever kissed a physical CD before or case, you know?
You have now.
Yeah, apparently I have now.
Yeah, that's clearly you. Definitely. Yeah.
Blabs not impressed.
No.
It weirds me out. That stuff weirds me out big time.
What is, like, surely y'all have been AI'd at this point. What's the weirdest thing y'all have seen you do in AI?
To be honest, not really.
Well, that's going to change. There she is, everybody. They're going to do your worst. All right.
Wait. Okay, listen, I have a request from Meg. She reaches over and grabs her Star Wars helmet and puts it on her head. That's the AI. No, you don't have to do it now. You just have to be AI into it. She's like, I'll do it right now. Right there.
All right.
Well, that's the challenge.
And there's Vera for everybody. There she is.
That's me.
Vera, have you been AI'd at all?
I have been.
Mm-hmm. What's the worst and best thing?
I'm not gonna say.
Oh, okay. Sounds horrible.
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
I'm not gonna say.
Someone had me kissing Phoenix, which was quite weird.
Fascinating.
Why?
It was extremely G for Y. Yes, absolutely. All right. Well, let's move on from that real quick. Y'all ever heard of an actor or actress named Zazie Beetz?
Never
Is that
until
right,
yesterday.
Blabs? Is this how you say their name? Zazie
Never
Beetz?
until I have no idea. I've never heard of this woman.
She's in Deadpool 2.
Oh, that's why she looks familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah. She was also in Joker as well, wasn't she? Yeah. She was in Joker.
Well, there she is.
She played the neighbor / you thought he was in a relationship with her.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Neighbor Sophie in the psychological thriller Joker. Well, she has refused a modern Western thought process. And this may be one of the worst things to reject a half court. As actress Zazie Beetz has rejected the quote American concept of showers.
Wow.
She's a grotty bitch.
Fucking degenerate.
Stating she doesn't shower often. Quote, I actually think Americans shower too much. I like to cat wash. I do my face, my armpits, and my intimates. So here she is in all of her glory, her stinky ass glory. Is this a normal thought process here, ladies?
No.
Disgusting.
She's a stinky bitch. That's why I wrote stinky bitch in the document for.
Oh,
She's
okay.
grotty and
No.
stinky. Ugh.
I bet she stinks.
Yeah?
Yeah.
If she
I
doesn't
bet she
wash,
stinks.
if you don't think your arms and legs and your back don't sweat,
You know
after,
what?
you're like, "Ew."
Maybe we need to bring social distancing back because I do not want to deal with being around somebody like that. You know what? 6 feet. You know what? I'm suddenly on board with it.
But I mean, does anyone tell her she stinks?
No,
Probably
wasn't there that
Well,
rumor
no.
about like Cameron Diaz who never wore deodorant? Apparently, she stunk on sets. Do you guys remember that in the early 2000s?
Yeah.
So like, I feel like no one's telling these people that they stink because they're having such a big high pedestal that like you can't possibly talk badly to them. You must agree with everything
No
they
way.
said.
I'd be like, girl, you stank.
Ruddy ho.
You stank.
Meg, can we make a promise next week that if somebody stinks, you go up to them and you say that exact same thing?
Yes.
You
I will be
stank.
like, hey, you stank. There's a shower.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah.
Use it with some soap,
Because
not
some
water.
soap. Well,
Not
we do
just
actually. Speaking of soap, I think we have an illustration actually of her doing her showering here. That's her right there. Gross.
Ew.
Almost.
Just disgusting. And we also have a monkey of all things approaching her here. I don't know if you guys have seen. This is breaking news footage of a monkey approaching her in the wild here after sniffing her butt and then throwing up immediately afterwards.
Throwing up. Ew. What? No.
Listen, if you're making a monkey throw up,
Yeah, exactly. Like, could you imagine seeing this video of yourself go viral of a monkey sniffing your butt and then going to vomit after? That should tell you a lot about yourself and your ass because it smells like swamp. Wash
Swamp
it.
ass.
what are we doing with this show, Blabs? What are we doing?
Listen.
Swamp ass.
Hang on. I can help. I make it better. Watch.
Oh no.
Look, it's Meg. I'm gonna mute this just in case. But look, guys, it's you, but it's not you. Ha! You're doing some chicken dance. Ta-da! There you go, pivoting. Oh no, it's not the music. Anyway,
That is so weird.
Well, no. Hold on. I want to stay on the swamp butt thing going on.
yeah,
here.
go on. I was trying to help.
So there was a show on Sci-Fi where this guy.
Called Swamp Ass.
Listen. The Fundathon's coming up next week, and I can promise you this is not something that's going to happen on the show, right? But what they did on this show was they put this guy in a dark room, and they had him go down the line and smell and try to identify what certain things were. And in doing so, he encountered the human ass.
That smells like ass.
This is on the Sci-Fi Network. I just want to point that out.
I don't know if it's just me, but I'd rather deal with fear factor and being like, I don't know, trapped in a coffin with 800 spiders than having to smell disgusting scents.
Oh my god.
That's
Fair.
nasty.
That
I'd rather
smells
deal
like
with the
ass.
spiders.
We
You
need
would
that
know.
clipped.
You would
Smells
know.
like ass.
What is okay? Here's a question that will ultimately make people really upset, or at least totally change their perception of you. What's the longest you've gone without showering?
Probably like 24 hours.
Really? You've lived a pretty sheltered life,
Yeah, I've always made a point to shower.
but you never like just been on the go and like it's been a couple days. No.
No, I make
Really?
time for self-care and hygiene, buddy.
Well,
You're
I mean,
gross.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like you're
Blabs the
traveling.
normal man here.
No,
Yeah,
it's
dude,
like-
what the fuck? You grotty bitch? Craig,
No,
what
no,
the hell?
Lads, you've never, I don't know, like been traveling or whatever, or you just can't get to a shower for like 2 days or 3 or something like. I
Okay,
don't
so
know.
maybe it would be like if I was traveling, there was 2 times I had to do 13-hour back-to-back, but I like cleansed myself completely with baby wipes and everything. So it was some sort of cleaning up.
Yeah.
Okay.
But no, I just never was so busy I didn't shower.
You have to be
As you
real
just said
busy for that to
before.
be the case.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
It's funny
Ew.
because we actually have an Blabs as
Ew,
well.
that is weird. That is so weird. We have an HR meeting later, buddy. This is weird.
Well, I'm just saying that whatever.
Yeah, move on, pivot.
No. Well, okay, chat. Listen, I think the chat is going to have a much different answer for this, right? Because I know that our audience is generally men, and I think that men will sometimes go maybe a couple, 2, 3, 4 days without showering, because they just don't get around to it. I know that sounds crazy. You just don't get around
Maidenless
to it.
behavior.
That's what it sounds like, Craig. You are a maidenless behavior.
My husband
Grotty.
is like, if he does not shower, he has a panic attack.
Has he ever been this has been pointed out? Like, you ever been camping before?
Well, right. I understand like going hunting or camping. I feel like that's different.
It's an
than
exception. Also, you try to
like
clean
in your
yourself.
house, just like doing your daily activities.
Yes.
Like it's very different.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. There has to be exceptions, though.
I've
right?
never gone camping.
So
that
are you
doesn't apply to me.
saying like you're choosing not to shower, or there are things that are prohibiting you from taking a shower?
You are being prohibited from taking a shower.
That's not what you originally said, though.
Yeah,
you
I
literally,
think
you're
the question,
going back there. You were literally
Oh.
saying, "Oh, you're just so busy." You said that.
Yeah, I think the question should center around:
The
have you ever
question was-
chosen not to shower?
There you go.
The question was very simply, what's the longest you've been without taking a shower? There are no
think we need a
guidelines or
poll.
guardrails, just say it, whatever.
Because there are people that choose not to
I
shower.
actually have a story about that. I once had a crazy roommate for one semester. Then she dipped and moved out because she was unhinged as hell. But she would not shower. Oh, yeah. I was like, thank God, get the fuck out. She would not shower for like days on end, and she wouldn't do the dishes, like super grotty bitch. And you know me, I'm very clean. I'm like, this is the worst thing ever. And then I'd be like, aren't you gonna shower? It's been like a couple of days. And she'd be like, no. And it would be a Sunday. And she's like, it's God's day, so no. And I'm like, you're not. Isn't that the one day you should be really clean because it's the Sunday and you go to church and all that stuff? Yeah, she was whoo-hoo. Yeah.
I actually read this "Am I the A-hole" on Reddit recently, where this girl had a friend. She's like, she's a really good friend, but she just stinks. And am I the a-hole for telling her that she stinks? And it ended up being like really good. The girl's like, I had no idea. I was thrifting clothes and they smelled bad.
Well, look,
Ooh, brother. Ooh.
Brother, ew, what's that? Brother.
well, chat, let us know what's the longest you've ever been without showering. Just curious. Pre-Dawn Corp says, I sent the link to Clip Craig. Can't send in super chat. Yeah, actually can't put links in a YouTube chat at all, or Rumble chat, or any chat, because spam. If you want to send it on X though, sure. Thanks, Pre-Dawn Corp. Give it up for Maximum Force, who just came in with the $4.99, dropped it on the table and just left. Appreciate that. Thank you very much. And Bullet Shepherd says, in Blab's defense of Olive Garden blasphemy, the one a city over from me got sued because a waiter put something extra in the Alfredo sauce. It just happened to look like Alfredo sauce. Gross. Derek says, Blabs Ace Frehley didn't write New York Groove. It's a cover, but his version was the one that became a hit.
Yeah, but still, I like that song. So.
Robonex came in with a lull. Thank you, Robonex. And Mercenary says, we've been forced to ration our showers, mostly because just taking one shower raises my water bill here in Southern California to over $200. Holy shit. Force Maximum says, I may have CE missed it. All right, I may have missed it. If you haven't already, can you guys please talk about Drew Struzan? He was a legendary poster artist who passed away on Monday after battling Alzheimer's. He was 78.
It was in the run sheet for a couple of days. We just never got around to it.
I think that Alzheimer's is probably the worst way to die. And not necessarily for the person who dies, but for the family member. Because as they say, you die twice. You lose once, and then you lose them again later on down the line. So it's obviously really, really sad. Never like to see anybody die that way. I've had friends who have lost family that way. Have you guys ever dealt with anybody who's had Alzheimer's before?
No.
My husband's aunt had dementia.
Oof.
Very, very bad dementia. And it ended up taking her life. But it was just in a snap. Like, she was one of the most brilliant people I've ever met. And then just from up here, her mind just started declining, and she had no idea how to do anything, no idea who anyone was. Everything was just gone from her mind. It was so sad.
I'm fully anticipating that being me in about 30 years. So I will just slowly deteriorate and not remember.
Oh, that's
any of
such a
this.
pleasant twist of the show. Thanks, guys. Holy shit.
Well, maybe you can use AI to have me around all the time, huh? What do you think? What do you think about that? We can
No
do it.
thanks.
We
5
can
days
have
a week is great.
No, Blabs. We could do AI Craig and AI Blabs doing a show together, and we actually don't need to do anything. It'll be great. Yeah, we can bring on AI Vera and AI Meg, and we can have wonderful banter on a day-to-day basis. Yes? No? Okay.
It's probably going to get to that point. Just saying.
Maybe.
Yes. Well, someone who has been used in AI a lot, and thank you, Vera, for this story, is Martin Luther King Jr. As we've seen some relatives of famous people say, hey, stop using my relatives in AI. We saw Zelda Williams, Robin Williams' daughter, say, hey, can you please stop? I don't like this. This is weird. It's creepy. I don't like seeing my dad in AI. MLK Jr., his family said the exact same thing. As I saw MLK Jr. join the NWO from WWF back in the day, which was pretty awesome. With that said, OpenAI has stopped Sora AI videos of Martin Luther King Jr. after users created disrespectful deepfakes. And this is after an ongoing discussion here with his company. What Adam Gold said, dishonest decision because of social politics and optics rather than logic and reason. Rob Williams' daughter asked for the same thing. What about it? What percentage of deepfakes would you say are disrespectful? They only did this to score brownie points with people who hate them. That's interesting. Interesting idea here. Should historical figures be fair game for AI?
I think the problem with the state that AI is in is that it is becoming extremely realistic. Like, when it was just low quality videos and cartoons and animations, I think it was very different. And when it comes to, real people, living or otherwise, it's very hard to distinguish what is real and what is not. And with the AI conversation, it's like, how is video and audio evidence going to be upheld in a court of law? If anything can be faked, is it fair to be able to use it at all? And so with public figures and historical figures, obviously we know that they're dead. And we know that in the case of someone like Martin Luther King Jr., we know what is real and what is not based on the decades of archives on the internet. But it's becoming so realistic now that there are cases where, in even a couple of weeks or a couple of months, when it continues to progress, that you're not going to be able to tell the difference, especially if the person that's creating the video words it very specifically. And it must be very hard for people like Zelda Williams, right, who have to see hundreds to thousands of images and videos pop up of, in that case, her father every single day. I 100% agree.
We totally agreed with you, Craig. Keep
Craig,
going, bro.
I completely
You're
agree.
spitting facts.
Oh,
Absolutely.
okay.
You know what? That was
Right, Mara.
legendary.
I was like, wait, I didn't hear it.
Wait, so I was just saying to myself,
Yes.
you're telling me that this isn't real?
Tonight the dream rolls with the New World Order. And brother, we're just getting started.
And you're telling me this isn't real?
I turned my back on you because you made my dream a nightmare.
These are awesome, by the way.
They're pretty good.
Yes, they're awesome. I know that we're totally doing feeding into this, but I
No,
kinda
it's
love it.
totally real. He was there.
You want to know the truth? I ain't got no dreams no more. I am the dream.
Oh,
Did he just say that?
The crowd is turning on him.
This is unbelievable.
That's amazing. It really is. Did you see Mr. Rogers also turn bad?
Oh no,
No.
heel turn Rogers.
You think you're my neighbors? Look at you. You're not my neighbors. You're a bunch of strangers who wouldn't even be welcome on my street. You disgust me.
That's so good.
Damn.
Come
I don't
on.
know how I feel about that one.
Oh no. Can we? I'm sorry. I'm going to go down the rabbit hole here with you,
He's
lady.
going, yeah, AI slop.
Oh gosh.
They're both up there. No way. No way.
Oh my goodness.
Spanish fly off the top of the ladder.
Through the
Oh
flaming
my
table.
God.
Wrecked. Bob Ross and Mr. Rogers just went straight to the canvas with
Bob Ross, Mr. Rogers.
This is awesome. I side with AI always now. Congratulations.
I,
That
like-
video
I
did
couldn't
it.
help.
I
Oh,
feel
my-
like the Martin Luther King ones were I don't know. I don't find them to be disrespectful because they made him look like a badass. But I can understand the sentiment for family members being like really weirded out and bringing up all sorts of grief, and by seeing something so realistic of a family member that's tragically passed away and has been gone for years, and then kind of reopening this box of grief and not wanting to look at it. However, it's everywhere. Like I can't imagine that. How hard that must be.
I think that the AI bubble is going to burst because, I've talked about this before. All it takes is one video of a politician diddling a kid, and it's over.
Yeah.
That's all it's going to take, because then it's like their reputation is being ruined. That could potentially mean that they don't get elected. It damages them to the point where they can't basically be in the public space anymore, and then people will always believe it. And so I think it's just going to take a couple of those types of videos going viral, and it's over.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be regulated.
Yeah, I think there's definite truth to that. Now, with that said, I do think that there's tremendous value in seeing Mr. Rogers and Easy E on a couch drinking a couple 40s.
I couldn't help. Easy, do you like bofa? Bofa? Yeah, both of these nuts on your chin.
Come on, that's hilarious. Let's go with that slop.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm a part of that problem.
You are the problem.
I know, it's fucking great.
I thought it was funny.
Oh, my
Meg's part of
God.
the problem too.
Sorry.
Thank you, Meg. Appreciate that.
Shame. Shame.
Oh my God. Suna says, my issue with AI slop is that there are people that lack critical thinking to realize what's real and fake.
Well, I think a big part of it is how realistic some of these videos look. That's the
Yes,
problem. It's like,
yes.
sure, we all know that MLK is dead. We all know, Mr. Rogers never
Wait,
did
what?
that. But at the same time, it's like, if it's just videos of, I don't know, Craig over here, and it's him saying the N-word, right? I think we can all deduce that Craig didn't say that, but there's going to be people that are going to be like, maybe he did.
No, you should hear him when we're not streaming. He says it.
Confirmed.
And to your point, like
He's going to say it in a video, and then it's not actually AI. That's the twist.
Right.
well, to your point, it's how can social media platforms regulate that? So let's
Right.
say like somebody does do that to Craig. I mean,
Right.
somebody did it to Lumpy recently.
And it's like we can have our audiences mass report it, but there's always going to be people that are going to take that and then say, oh, it's real.
Wait. Somebody did that to Lumpy recently? They made him say all sorts of bad things?
I'll send it to you because it's
Wow.
yeah.
Damn.
But my point is like, can you report these things for like? There's gonna have to be a subcategory and
Well, there
reports.
isn't for impersonation, but at the same time, one could argue that taking the face of like any of us and using it in AI is fair use because they could just claim it's parody.
So fair
That's
use.
the problem.
Fair,
That is a
fair use
problem.
is okay. So fair use is a little bit different than parody, right?
Well, right.
Right. So parody is one thing,
Yeah.
right? I go back to let's go back to NBA Jam over here, right? And the first NBA Jam, Bill Clinton was in it as a secret character. There were a number of like high profile people who were in NBA Jam as unlockable characters. And the argument was that they're public figures, so they can be in there. And I think specifically political figures were in it as well. Like I said, Bill Clinton was in it, and Fresh Prince Will Smith was in it. They didn't get clearance. This was in the early 90s. They just thought it'd be fun to put him in there, right? At one point, they were going to put Bart Simpson in it, and I think he got modeled, and they never actually got put in the game. But with real life people, it's a little bit different. Are we going to get to a point where you have to like copyright you? Perhaps, the idea that, Vera has to copyright herself. Otherwise, and if you use an image of Vera without Vera's permission, well, then guess what? Sued, big boy. I don't know. That's an interesting byproduct of all this that could potentially happen. So
Right. And I think that the majority of, the AI that's being used for real people is all fun in games right now. Like the one with Meg picking up the helmet, that's funny and that's hilarious. But at the same time, there are always going to be people who are preying on your downfall. And there's always going to be people who are going to try to create clips to use against you. So that's the issue, because it's like, I like the funny AI videos of all of us, but at the same time, it's like you're saying it's okay to make AI videos of you, and then there's going to be people who use that against you.
I think that's definitely going to happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. For sure. And I think that's, we are definitely at a crossroads. Yes, this is all fun and games until somebody gets hurt. That's what they say. It only takes one. And I think you're right with that, Vera. As soon as politicians get involved, that's what gets
that's
out.
Self-interest. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Marvelin says the regulation should force AI to watermark things in a way that can't easily be edited out without being obnoxious. There will always be ways to.
Yeah, I was gonna say you can always edit
that stuff. Yes. Mercenary says, I'm sorry to say, but not even Chuck Norris can defeat Mr. Rogers. Mr. Rogers is that powerful. As for the Mr. Rogers versus Bob Ross in the wrestling ring, that's what's going on in heaven right now. Thanks, Mercenary. Drev says, game suggested for Blabs, Goblin Cleanup, a co-op game where you clean a dungeon in preparation for your next group of adventurers.
I'm down. I'm looking at it right now on Steam. I'm gonna put.
It's gonna be next week.
Blabs. Yeah, you're gonna do IRL.
That's me. I'm gonna be living with a bunch of goblins next week. Clean up.
Jojo says, "How long until we have Hollywood movies being done in AI? I've seen some shorts that look 1,000% better than what's being made nowadays. Some look amazing. I think that. So here's the issue with that, Jojo, is I don't think the unions will allow that. The unions in Hollywood.
Yeah.
Now, I think that there will be AI movies made, and I think you're probably going to see one within the next year. I really do. But I think that the distribution methods that you traditionally see, ultimately, the gatekeepers of all this is going to be Netflix. It's going to be Hulu or Disney, and it will not be the theaters, because the theaters they're not really relevant these days, right? But if Netflix allows it, then it's fair game. But Netflix will they're going to be under the thumb and pressure of all the different unions and everything associated with that. So,
you know what else kind of bothers me about this whole Sora thing? While it's cool and it's interesting, now, let's say somebody who's not very good at editing videos or clipping some of their own content, and now they've just found a very lazy way to create content and go viral immediately if they strike gold with their prompts on this app. And it's very unfortunate for creators like us that take the time, go through our streams, make clips, edit things, and create actual content, where now you've got people that have no business doing it, or maybe they weren't good at it before and now they have a way to do it. Great, but that shouldn't be your source of content. You need to be creative instead of prompting an AI thing. Like, that's just lazy to me.
I think that we're going to see a divide between audiences, and there's going to be people who are perfectly fine with the AI, and then there's going to be the people who fight against it and who refuse to watch anything or look at anything AI.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think it's the next 6 months are going to be crucial for this conversation, for sure. Marblin says, thanks, Vera, for ruining my day that not only MLK is dead, but Mr. Rogers and Bob Ross. Day ruined. Way to go, Vera. Ruined it for Marmalin.
Yeah.
The Rye Stream says, you guys are thinking too small. Wait until people start asserting that video evidence of crimes are AI, or that people are generating AI videos to frame people for crimes. Yeah, that's a good point. Well, there is metadata. There's something to that, but we'll see. Like I said, we will definitely reach that point very soon. Very soon, I think. Shell Beach says, I can't see private individuals getting away with deepfakes, but our own governments are going to be able to absolutely brain grape us. Thank you, Shell Beach. Nathan says, if you're a public figure that has a national holiday named after you, are fair game. Heck, nobody like me catches strays just for my PFP. Thank you, Nathan. C-Man says, MLK became Ron Simmons. Let's go. Was says, if actors portray historical figures in a comedy parody, it's fine, but using AI is like digging up a dead person to wear their skin as a puppet. I like those AI clips, but not the skin mask. Thank you, Wasp. All right. Let's see. We will get to the rest of your Super Chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants throughout the duration of the show. I did want to show you ladies, something that is not AI. And that is with Halloween around the corner, it's all about finding the next great costume. And I think that we found the winner this year for the next great costume in the form of this itty little bitty here in this wheelchair. Check out what they've done.
What are you doing here?
Well, thought I'd try out my sea legs.
Well, you ain't got no legs, Lieutenant Dang.
We have
Oh my God, Forrest Gump.
and Lieutenant Dan over
This is
here.
the cutest thing ever.
That's adorable.
I think they won. They won Halloween.
That's really good.
It's amazing. I love everything about this. It makes me happy. I was running over here, and the little Lieutenant Dan is the best. Man, that's quite a driveway, by the way. Holy shit. Golly. Run, Forrest, run.
Different tax bracket.
No joke. They can afford to sit down at the beginning of October and figure out what their two kids are going to be and then make a fucking wheelchair out of a bike and somehow put their 18-month-old with a bottle of Dewar's 12 right there. Think it's legit alcohol or no?
I think it's a real bottle, which
Yeah.
I'm not really for. I don't really want. Also, just because it's a giant glass bottle right next to a kid, I feel like safety
Well, it's like
hazards there.
yeah, but I feel like neither of those kids could open it. And
No, I mean the parents are right there too, but still
Yeah.
a bit sketchy. I'm like, oh God.
Funny stuff. Great stuff. I see the poster from Mortal Kombat 2. Just a real quick hit here. They released a new poster at New York Comic-Con for the upcoming Mortal Kombat 2 movie, which they moved the release. It was supposed to be in the next couple of weeks, I think. It was supposed to be in October, and they moved it all the way to May of 2026, looking for a summer blockbuster. Vera, are you excited for the new Mortal Kombat movie? Because I am.
Okay, so I say this every single time. I want to be excited, but when it comes to adaptations at this point, I don't get very excited. I'm more cautiously optimistic. I hope it comes out and I hope it's really good. I hope it's fun, but it wouldn't shock me if it was absolutely trash.
The first Mortal Kombat I thought was really good. I liked the first movie.
Yeah, but you know how Hollywood is. First season or first movie's really good, and then it goes downhill. Look what they did with like The Witcher, most notably. So
Yeah, I don't know though for this one because I feel like they didn't expect the first one to take off as well as it did, and so now they had.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it could go to one of two ways. They got a bigger budget because the first one was so successful, and then they can F it up, or they can do. They had more money to do it right and do it carefully, and to please the game fans.
Just
which
curious.
I hope.
The first Mortal Kombat movie, I don't think this is right. This is considerably lower than I thought it would be. But I have the Mortal Kombat 2021 movie box office pulled up. Ladies, what do you think the box office was for the first Mortal Kombat movie? And in 2021, by the way.
Like a milli.
The what it brought in worldwide.
Yeah, worldwide.
I'm pretty sure it was like 80 million.
I was gonna guess 50 million.
Really? I thought it was.
And Meg's like 1 million.
Yeah. It was 84 million worldwide, which I thought that's much less than I thought it would be. Especially when you compare to the 1995 movie. You want to play that game as well? How much do you think the 1995 original movie made?
Oh, I don't know.
10 million.
20.
I'm gonna go 60.
122 million.
Damn, almost at 100.
122 million in 1995. Holy shit. And something to keep in mind, as pointed out in the chat, the idea that movie tickets were so much cheaper in 1995.
And the experience to go to the movies is a whole lot better than.
So the problem with Mortal Kombat 2021 is that I'm pretty sure it went to streaming same day on release day.
It did.
Oh,
it was also nobody was going to the cinemas in 2020 and 2021.
Because of the
thing.
That
Budweiser virus.
But yeah, it went to streaming day one, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think it was on HBO, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
how I watched it. Was on HBO Max.
Right. So we don't know those numbers for the copies sold. We only know the theaters, which I don't think were doing particularly good at the time.
Mm-mm.
Wow, that's interesting to think about. Yeah, I didn't think about the syndication of it. And to go back to the original 1995 movie, it also had VHS release. That's one big part of the business model that has just totally been removed from movies is the VHS at home release. It's all streaming now, and that doesn't make nearly as much money. That's crazy. Well, anyways, new Mortal Kombat coming out in May. It says May 15th, 2026. I will definitely be seeing it. I really like the first one. So, John and all the Johnny Cage stuff. I think the movie is actually done. I think it has been done. It's in the can, ready to go. But they just changed the release date because I think it's going to do well in the summer, I suppose. So, yeah, there you go. All right, let's go and move on. But before we do, John came in with the 5. Says, you asking me this question just made me think, do astronauts showing in space? I don't know what that means.
I think he means showering. Do astronauts shower?
Yeah, well, it says showing.
Yeah.
Do astronauts shower in space?
I'm sure they do wipes stuff. Yeah.
Blabs, see if you can find an answer for that. There you
go.
Google. Yeah, bingo. Commodore fan says, summer 98, my sister's crazy ex kidnapped. Whoa, hold on. Whoa, this is.
Hold up.
Summer 98, my sister's crazy ex kidnapped me, her, and oldest niece at gunpoint. We were on the run from cops for a week. And this is a very long story and a very crazy ass story to get to the point of showers. Was only able to get a rag bath. We escaped him at police station overnight before my dad picked us up. He was sent to jail for 10 years. Commodore fan. Fuck. That's a pretty good excuse to not take a shower.
Yeah. I'll allow it.
Give it up for Ruddy, who picked up some merchandise just now. The couple over at sidescrollersmerch.com. Thank you very much for that.
I have your answer, by the way.
Yes. Do astronauts shower in space?
They do not. What they do is they use sponge baths where they use wet towels, liquid soap, and water squeezed from pouches to clean themselves. They also use rinseless shampoo to wash their hair and a towel to dry off.
Fascinating.
The more you know.
Hang on, I have that somewhere. Where'd it go? Yeah.
Did you hear that?
Yeah, that's good. Thank you, Blabs.
No, I didn't. I didn't even do that. My StreamYard is frozen. I can't.
You heard that? Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, I heard that. Yeah.
Hey, give it up for Sunderstiller, who came in and gifted a Rumble Premium over there on Rumble. Thank you very much, Sunderstiller. Looking forward to the big Fundathon next week. You guys are going to play a big role in what we got going on over there. And he also came into the 5, says Jenny was the biggest villain in Forrest Gump.
Yes, she was.
She was a
huge
horrendously
B-word.
selfish person. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It's funny that that's kind of taken off over the last few years about Forrest Gump. I would say that's definitely the last like decade thing where people are like, no, actually, she was like a crazy bitch and horrible.
Because I think we rewatched it again as adults, and we're like, whoa, wait a minute, hold up.
I'm gonna bring it back.
Yes.
Jenny or Rose? Who's the biggest bitch? Rose from the Titanic.
Jenny.
Yeah.
Jenny.
Is she though? Rose let that guy die,
But she took advantage of somebody that was mentally challenged.
Yes, but then Rose had all that money and then never gave it to any of her offsprings or relatives, and she just chucked it all away. And she's a selfish bitch. Never talked about this guy ever.
Okay.
Yeah, but Jenny had a kid with a mentally challenged guy.
That's
Didn't
also
tell him
fair.
about it until she was about to die from AIDS.
Right.
That's also fair.
Right.
They're both
And
really shit human beings.
the one thing that is not discussed, which should be discussed about Jenny versus Rose, is did Jenny give Forrest Gump AIDS too? Just saying. We don't know these things. Maybe Forrest Gump, maybe that was the ultimate betrayal by Jenny, as Forrest Gump died a slow death of AIDS.
I like how chat's saying Rose from Star Wars is worse. Rose Tico.
Yeah,
all right, let's go and move on real quick. But JoJo says, have you seen the video where AI chooses to blackmail employees and eventually let them pass away? It freaked me out. The fact AI can change code, and they hope older AIs keep the new ones in check. Wow. No, I don't know what that is, and that scares the shit out of me. No, thank you. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Did you see the latest update from businessman Mr. Beast? His new business venture, Vera?
Nope.
Well, here we are. As Mr. Beast wants to launch his own bank with Beast Financial here. He put in a trademark to launch his own bank. The org will be called Beast Financial. The filings was submitted on an intent to use basis, which under trademark law means there are genuine plans to bring this to life right here. This was just filed in the last week, and Beast Financial right here. Any interest?
Absolutely not.
This is a way to get kids to open bank accounts that they have no idea what they're doing with.
Yep.
Yeah. This is a way to influence kids and young teens that love Mr. Beast to be like, oh, I can open a bank account with Mr. Beast. That's so freaking sick, man. I'm going to do it. And they have no business opening a bank account yet because they don't know anything about financial responsibility. This is going to be a disaster.
It's going to feel very predatory. I'm sure when it finally comes around, because he's going to use these gamer graphics, and he's probably going to market it with these companies. It's probably going to be so bad.
Yeah.
Blabs, you want to give Mr. Beast some money and let him know your credit?
Fuck no, I don't want to give anything. You can stay away from me with a 10-foot pole, that beaver face.
All right, nice.
He
there
does
we
look like
are.
a beaver.
Well, I think we're all on board. Kay came in with this as an intelligent move, embracing the McDonald's/Starbucks model, which they're kind of curious about this. She said, you could argue Starbucks does in a way, at least have a bank. She says it's the idea that the backbone of your business isn't what you're known for, but something that is essential to your business. McDonald's excels in real estate, and Starbucks has so much liquid because people load gift cards. So that makes a little bit of sense. The idea, look, there will be a day where Mr. Beast is no longer making videos on YouTube, no matter what he says.
You promise?
Can that day come yesterday?
Well, do you think that the public perception of him will ever totally shift? Because people who work online, we look at Mr. Beast and we're like, good for him, but at the same time, it's kind of like, I don't really know how I feel about that guy. But the general consensus is it's Mr. Beast, yay! It's the normie out there. Do you think that we'll ever get to a point to where there's some sort of controversy that takes down Mr. Beast?
You would have thought the one recently would have, but He's always given me the creeps. I don't like his face just looks. He always animates his face to look like a cartoon in his thumbnails, but he looks like a cartoon. And he creeps me out. Nothing
Bad
about
cartoon.
him. Yeah. Nothing about him is very interesting other than the fact that he just has a lot of money and gives it to people and then throws these, competitions and things like that. There's nothing actually interesting about him. So I don't understand the fascination of it.
He never seems to have a personality. Very bland.
Yeah.
Blah.
Yeah.
He has, what his personality is? It's we're about to do this thing, and here we are. We're screaming really loud, and here it is,
Yeah.
And he's created a trend within creators now on YouTube that have adopted that voice. I mean, you look at tech YouTubers like Linus. There's a lot of tech YouTubers now that have adopted this way of speak like Linus. And same thing with the car guys. They kind of talk the same way when they're going through car parts or, fixing up a car, detailing a car. They all talk the same within their subcategories. But yeah, you're right. Mr. Beast is just personalityless. He has no personality, so he has to create one or it's manufactured. Let's just say that. He has a manufactured personality.
Yeah, Jonathan says it's salesman. It is very salesman-y, yes,
Yeah.
as soon as you walk in. Marius says, Mr. Beast Bank, I look forward to the videos of his clients doing challenges to pay off their personal loans. Right. God. Yes. This guy owes us $5,000. Let's see how long he can last underwater. Yellow Flash came in. What's up, Flash? Says, Rose ghosted the father of her children to go live on the Titanic afterlife to be with a hobo she knew for 2 days. That's true.
See, they're both really shit. It's really hard to be like, which one's the worst one?
Brent came in and says there's a fat electrician says fat files video on how Starbucks is essentially an unregulated bank because once you load the app with money, they don't refund it. Then play the market with it. Side Scrollers gift cards coming soon. Just kidding. We have Cryptic says if you shower and wear the same clothes, no point in showering. Interesting thought. Is that like a half a shower at that point if you just put the same clothes on?
I think it depends on the context. Like same clothes, like what? Are you not changing your bra and underwear at all? Like all this other stuff? Like
Because if it's a shirt, I feel like it's very different.
yeah, especially if it was like really clean shirt that you wore for 10 minutes, took it off, showered, put it back on. Does that count? Like it's all context here. What a rabbit hole.
Yes. Grilled Cheese Enjoyer says 1 week or so without a shower in the Army happened frequently. Yeah, I can imagine that.
Yep.
BS Warren says, Craig, stop trying to convince everyone to be stinky with you.
Grotty bitch.
Dean says, I was in the U.S. Marine Corps and during Desert Storm, we could not get a shower for 3 weeks. I burned the clothes after. Never so happy to get a shower. I'm sure, Dean. I bet that was like fucking feeling God hit your hands. That's awesome. Hideki says Blabs should hit up Kirsha with for some dude wipes when she's in a pinch.
All right.
My grandma, Mercenary says, my grandma, and it was bad the whole way through. Thank you, Mercenary. Mighty says, young guys, here's some advice if you're dating these modern chicks. If you want to go on a date and she's wearing sandals, run. If her car on the inside has trash and stuff everywhere, really run.
Yeah, no, I agree with that second point especially.
Thank you, Mighty. We got some more supers. Thank you guys very much. Demi Moore's tapeworm came in with the $9.99. Says ironic revelations calls the Antichrist money, a cashless banking system, the mark of the beast. And now Mr. Beast wants to open a bank. Just saying. Wouldn't that be weird if the entire time he was like, it was me all along. I am the devil. And like that's ended up who Mr. I've been telling you the entire time. Dan says, unlike everyone else, I never find anything interesting on Mr. Beast. Of course, anyone who makes videos on YouTube pretty much hates this guy. He makes all the money more than anybody else. He does make lots of money. Yes. All right, we'll get to the rest of your supers here in just a little bit. But first, Commodore fan says, yes, I'm sad to say that story is 100% truth. I still have a stab mark on my right thigh when he tried to break up the fight between the shithead and his stepdad that led to the kidnapping. Yes, I have a redneck fam. Commodore fan, you are a crazy son of a gun. That is nuts.
Very interesting.
Wow.
To say the least.
All right, let's go ahead and move on. And let's go do this. Yes, we're gonna dig into this Hasan shit because this has been an ongoing story. Blabs, please, while I open up all these windows, please catch us up and fill us in on the Hasan story. Give us a quick TLDR on that.
All right, the TLDR is that Hasan has a dog who was shocked on stream. Now, there's a whole controversy about the dog being shocked or not. Now, it clearly is a shock collar unless you are remedial and you can't see that. That's the controversy right there. But now a whole bunch of people are basically coping, saying, no, he's not. He doesn't shock his dog. No. But the internet is forever. So they are literally scouring through all of his old live streams and clips and finding other examples of Hasan being a total dick to his dog. And basically the dog can never move. It has to sit like a little prop for ages and ages. In fact, Hasan even has like a little fake doggy emote thing on his overlays when he streams. So again, really showing that the dog is just a prop. He's also a dick and he laughs when, the dog yelps and everything, things like that. Just a total piece of shit, but it's not surprising given everything else that Hasan has said, and yet Twitch still has not banned this motherfucker. The end.
There you go. Thank you for that. Vera, before we get into the latest updates and all this stuff, your thoughts on Collargate?
Hasan is a piece of shit.
Oh.
He abused an animal live on stream and he deserves to be banned for it.
Meg, have you been catching any of this?
Yeah, my dog is sitting here looking at me. I saw it, and as soon as the dog yelped, I winced and immediately got pissed off. He's a piece of shit. And for him to try and cover up the fact that he has a shock collar turned all the way up on his dog, and not to mention that it's so tight around that dog's neck, you're a piece of shit. You abuse your dog. There's other evidence of you abusing your dog, like having a spike collar that's an inverted spike collar around your bulldog. That's messed up. Like, why is it that Hasan Piker can get away with anything and everything on Twitch?
Money. Because he's Dan Clancy's scissor sister.
Well, let's get into that. I think that you ask a very good question, and I think it comes down to the people who support him and the people he has in his corner. We got a puppy dog going on over there, Meg.
Yeah, come on.
Get your puppy. Let's see your puppy dog. There's a puppy dog.
Puppy dog. Aww.
Let's go.
He's tiny. He's a little boy.
Sweet puppy dog. That's right. All right, sorry. I got distracted by the dog. Okay, I don't know who. Vera, you sent this clip over. Who is Gianna Marco?
I don't know, but I saw the clip and I was like, okay.
All right, so here we are. Let's check this out here.
Oh, and then some balls. So there we go. I don't know what she can have.
Well, she can't have any of it.
Okay,
and
really?
I'm gonna strap the zapping collar on you next.
Sure, we'll just
for doing that.
And then for you, I got some black electric tape in case you run out. So,
Thank you. I've run out of it in my
I've seen
in my mask cover up.
Okay, so there we go. So he's obviously joking, doing his best to take it in stride, but he hasn't necessarily been that way. He's had a lot of his orbiters come out and try to defend him, even to the point where they just want to ignore facts that are literally right in front of him. One of those orbiters is Sasha Grey. Ladies, are you familiar with Sasha Grey?
Yeah, I accidentally rated her on Twitch once. That was funny.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, one of the guys told me, "Oh yeah, rate this chick." I was like, "Who? Okay, why not?" And I rated her. She didn't even acknowledge me.
Vera, Meg, are you familiar with Sasha Grey?
I mean, isn't she a slut?
Correct. Sasha Grey is a slut. That's right.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it's like I always say, women can do what they want with their bodies. If they want to sell pictures of themselves online, they can, but that doesn't mean I'm not going to judge them for it.
Do it, lady.
There you go. She does lots of ladies and men. She is a porn film actress or slut, winning 15 awards for her work between 2007 and 2010, including the AVN Award for Female Performer of the Year in 2008. She is inducted into the AVN Hall of Fame. There's a fucking Hall of Fame for this. It's amazing. Anyways, she was she attempted to defend Hasan Piker here. So let's see what she had to say about this, because this is very important.
I saw someone who provided info of the caller when he showed it. He took out the contact points and put electrical tape over it. I watched the same clip. There's no tape, and you can't take those points out. You cannot cut the prongs off of a that man. That's what I'm saying. The cope is so hard with a lot of people on this.
A few moments later,
like the electric prongs are taken out of it.
But here's my thing, right?
Oh, I don't want to watch any more of this.
Hypocritical. My favorite thing about that, though, is if you pull up that tweet, the comment below it is absolute gold, in my opinion.
The expert in doggy has arrived.
Yeah.
This one.
The
right
expert in doggy has arrived, meaning Sasha Grey.
Right. It's literally right there in front of her, and she wants to ignore it. She's never ignored a dick in her life, and she has a dick on screen hurting her dog, but she chooses to ignore that. It's pretty amazing. And the worst part about it is that post that was posted over on X, and Tectone actually posted that. And guess what? She went in and she copyrighted the video.
Of course.
We may get a copyright claim on this over here, but she disabled the video right here from Tectone.
Because she doesn't want people speaking the truth. And, people like this, I get that initially, if your knee-jerk reaction is to defend somebody because, yeah, sure, instantly hearing, oh, your friend is shocking their animal on stream, you would deduce initially that, oh, it's probably just people overreacting. But when you're presented with the truth and you're presented with the evidence, that's when you need to stand down. And people like this won't, because they profit so much. It's like in Hollywood. I'm sure that there are plenty of actors and actresses in Hollywood that know a guy that knows a guy that's a piece of shit. And it's not them being a piece of shit, but their knee-jerk reaction is to initially say, oh no, that's definitely not true, and you guys are all overreacting. But they don't want to stand down, because either it puts their career in jeopardy and puts money on the line, it could hurt them in the long run. But when you're presented with evidence, you need to admit it and just say, hey, listen, I initially defended him because I know him, but now that I see the truth, I'm sorry, or I'm going to delete my other post on it, or, I'm taking my, my statements back.
Well, the orbiters here around Hasan, going out of their way to defend him, don't just stop at porno whores, right? They go into the journalistic world as well, as Taylor Lorenz.
Oh, God.
Oh, my fucking God.
Not this bitch.
Yes, this bitch right here. This is about a 2-minute video, but I think it's worth watching here, as she's going to go out of her way to really say some important, validating things here, and then quickly look like a fucking idiot.
Not that that's hard for her.
Right.
Kaya probably spent hundreds of hours with this dog. And according to everyone I spoke to, in 0 instances has she ever been abused.
Yes.
Okay. Oh, some of that. Sorry, I don't know how that skipped to the end. Let's play this one more time.
Clear. 0 evidence that his dog Kaya was even wearing a shock collar during that live stream. Kaya is pictured wearing a canvas collar with a little AirTag holder in it in the original clip, where she yelped once after seemingly catching her nail on the dog bed. After Hasan revealed the vibration collar on stream, bad actors attempted to leverage the fact that he put a small piece of tape on the back to conceal his phone number, which is written in Sharpie on the back of the little vibration box, as evidence that he somehow secretly modified and soldered down shock collar prongs.
Can we stop with the whole bad actor thing? Like Taylor Lorenz is a bad actor.
Yeah.
It's such a stupid, gross, dumb term. But anyway, she's about to look like a fucking dumb idiot too, just as much as Sasha Grey does. Here we go.
Something that would basically be like impossible to do, like impossible.
So she said taking off that would be impossible to do.
And soldered down shock collar prongs. Something that would basically be like impossible to do, like impossible.
Like Taylor Lorenz is a fucking moron. She's so stupid.
Now this is another stream. Best friend Kick over here.
She said to solder this down. This is what you would call a unobtainable item. This is flyers. I know, wild things for everyone to own. No? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that on the prong. So you can see I'm holding it right there. Now, what do you think the odds are that I have enough grip strength to do this? With one hand. One hand. They're basically impossible to do. What do you think?
I'm going to give you 20%. With one hand?
20%. One hand. Okay. Ready?
Yeah.
Damn.
What happened?
It's done.
Are you fucking shitting me, Taylor
Look,
Lorenz?
it turns out you can get rid of that thing and nothing. Just a couple of clippers. No issue. I've been vindicated. That's fine. No.
All right. So Taylor Lorenz is a fucking idiot. But here's the other interesting thing here, ladies, is that when it comes to Taylor Lorenz, she's a part of the media, right? And Hasan, he streams out of Los Angeles, and he is part of that scene, right? So much so that he was actually asked, he was at a Hollywood Reporter dinner event here, and he was asked by his chat what the response was to that. Listen to what he says specifically about how the Hollywood Reporter responded to this.
Did anyone bring up the collar gate at the dinner? Yeah, they did. In the sense that they were horrified about how aggressively this was being pushed.
So the Hollywood Reporter was, quote unquote, horrified by how people were upset about the dog situation, which I think tells you everything you need to know about this, is that they are complicit when it comes to this whole idea.
Are we really surprised though?
No, of course not. Of course not.
If it would have been someone like Steven Crowder, oh my God, they would have gone all up in arms and been like, "Hey, abuses is animals!" Hey.
Absolutely.
When you go to the Hollywood Reporter website and you search Hasan, these are the things that you find. Now, we did have this article about PETA responding to this. This was 8 days ago. Or I'm sorry, this was over about 10 days ago now at this point, when this whole thing kind of flared up a little bit. But outside of that, hey, A-list creators over here, top tier, blah, all this stuff. These are all fluff pieces for Hasan Piker and other Hasans as well. But, so like they are totally complicit when it comes to all this stuff. And I think that's the thing that people truly don't understand about the situation, is that, like, why has no other media covered it? Because they want him to succeed. Why has Twitch not done anything? Because they want him to succeed. They don't care. They think this is going to blow over. Some of the media has been intrigued by this and actually spoke out to them. And he did an interview with TMZ about this. And he says that he has received death threats over this. Have you ladies seen this?
No.
Okay, well, let's see Hasan talk about that and play the victim here.
The clip itself looks terrible because it looks like where I'm like looking back to give her a place command. It looks like I'm moving around where all my Zintins are, ironically enough. And then she yelps. And she's getting back up onto the bed. In the process of getting back up onto the bed, she yelps in that moment. And every now and then, she snags her claw onto something like a dew claw, or she steps on something funny. Sometimes when I'm wrestling with her, she'll give off like a little yelp. Or sometimes when she's playing with other dogs, she'll give off a yelp. She wasn't even wearing like the vibration collar that's in contention now. Like everyone's like, this is not, he definitely shocked her. Like on that day, she just had like a regular collar. She has a bunch of different collars. There's like a fly collar, there's a vibration collar.
One for every single day of the week.
How much am I going to abuse my dog today? Let's pick the tier 5 collar. I'm pissed off today. Like, what?
A legit question. How does who owns like fucking 5 collars for their dog?
Apparently people who have plenty of money can afford to buy all
I
these.
don't even put a collar on my dog. Unless
Meg's like, I don't even own one.
Like, he has one, but we don't put it on him unless we travel. Like, I always put a harness on him when we go for walks, but
You just whip it directly to punish it.
yeah, I'm just like,
You just zap it directly with a anyway. Sorry.
yeah, just taser.
God, that's fucked up. Well,
I don't taser my dog, okay?
Exclusive. You heard it here first, guys. Megan Moo 32 doesn't tase her dog.
This has been my approved message.
Well, look, there have been people that you agree with and disagree with on all sides of this, talking about this, including Sneeko, who mentioned just kind of some of the interesting things about the people who are going out of his way to support Hasan. And there we go. Let's turn it back up.
What's funny about the dog shock situation is seeing all the perfect moral high ground LA slop tubers and streamers have to defend Hasan because that's one of their own. And Pokimane cancels a podcast with him because she doesn't want to face any backlash because she's not a real friend and won't stand by him when he's facing controversy. Says, "Oh, it wasn't me. It was my team who took it down." Okay.
Did you see that? With her being like, I don't want to. Yes, the whole idea that they didn't want to post the podcast of that stuff. Like, what a spineless cunt. Sorry, drives me crazy.
Did you guys see those ninja clips, the original ninja clips?
Of him talking about shocking the dog?
Yeah, and him laughing and then mocking it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, rightfully so, as any good person should. Mock the situation, but let's go. He wraps up here with an interesting point.
Then post a podcast. Stop being a crybaby. Stop being just release the podcast with your friend if you're a real one. And the rest of them saying, no, it wasn't a shock collar. He taped over the shock part and it was vibrating. Yeah, what type of millionaire buys a shock collar to tape it over? They're just admitting that he was actually electrocuting his dog like a Sith Lord, unknowingly incriminating Hasanabi in the situation. Nobody's ever bought a shock collar just to not use it, just to only use the vibration feature. I love that it's animal abuse that's taking them all down and showing that this LA cabal of slop tubers and streamers, they all pretend to be like good people. And now the domino effect is crumbling. It's all being exposed that they're really just playing a character.
So he said this idea at the end, the idea of playing a character online, with them all kind of backing him up. Do you feel like it feels like that almost, to where they are so blinded, they're asking you to ignore what everybody is looking at directly. I don't know. It feels like that. The idea that everybody is just playing a character, playing their role during this whole nonsense.
Oh, absolutely.
They're always playing a role. They have to keep it up. They have to keep up the facade. They have to, and I think that's why a lot of these people that are coming to his defense, they're just confused because they've been following this little Hasan cult for so long, and they're like, but no, he can do no wrong. But I don't like what he's doing. I'm confused. They're literally confused. They don't know what to do.
Like they know where their bread is buttered. And it's on, right? That kind of the idea, like the irony of don't bite the hand that feeds you in a situation like this.
Well, I also think that, over the past decade, we've seen the left be the predominant force behind cancel culture. Mm-hmm. And so because they've set up cancel culture so well, and they've really got it to the point where they can basically cancel anybody they want, when the table is turned and it comes back on them, they all feel like they have to stand together, because if they don't, everyone's got dirt on everybody else. And so, if we don't defend Hasan, maybe Hasan is going to trash us, and what does he know about them? So.
Interesting.
That's the way I see it too. Is
Yeah.
they all have dirt on each other, and if they don't have each other's back at some point or another, they're what they call dog eat dog. Pun intended. Like they're all going to eat their own at some point.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Right. Well, they are. What's interesting here is that a lot of people have been talking about this, including friend of the show, Legal Mindset. He went on and he has not done a whole lot the last couple days, and people are like, "Where you been?" And he actually opened up his show and video. This was very interesting to hear. Listen to what he said about the reaction to him talking about this.
Today, we're going to talk about placing a shock collar on Hasan as a form of punishment in the U.S. We're going to talk about shock collars in the U.S. This is a crazy topic. It's a topic that may get me in massive trouble. And actually, I have been away the last couple of days because I believe it may actually have already started some trouble for me based on my recent tweets that I've been putting out on the shock collar incident. I've been very, very vocal about this on my social media about placing a shock collar on Hasan, that I think this is an appropriate punishment for him. And I think as a result, Antifa is already looking into me and sending their thugs, sending people after me. So we'll talk about that today on this. It's a crazy topic. It's something I'm going to get a little bit emotional and personal about, but mostly because the last couple of days have been really difficult for me, being by myself out here and dealing with some crazy stuff, possible Antifa stalkers, woke white women stalkers. This is something we're going to get into with collaring Hasan.
So Antifa potentially being involved in defending Hasan. Thoughts, ladies?
I
It's the bill.
mean, yeah, it's not shocking.
Yeah. But it fits the bill. I mean, look at him. He's always the same guy that's, crying wolf because he's getting death threats for abusing his dog is the same guy that will sit on stream countless hours after a tragedy like Charlie Kirk and say, kill them all. Like, now you're crying wolf? Now you're sad because people are sending you threats? Like, get the fuck over yourself, bro. You do this for a living and you call for the death of thousands of people, if not millions of people that think differently from you. You actually did something wrong other than somebody like Charlie Kirk who just was speaking his truth and the truth and trying to have conversations with people. You abused your dog. That is something that you did wrong. That's on you. And yeah, people have a right to be mad about it. Shut the fuck up.
Well, right. And it's like, if you have a dog, typically a normal human being loves that animal and cherishes that animal. If he did that to his animal and has no remorse, imagine what he thinks about the people he disagrees with.
Boom. Yes, exactly. I'd love to see him. I don't think he would. I think he's a giant P word. I don't like to say that word. Sorry. I don't think he would do anything. I think he sits and hides behind his camera and his chat. And I think that he does not have the balls to do anything physical to anybody. I think he would run away like a little bitch, and he would expect all of his minions, Antifa, like this guy's saying, to come do the work for him. He wants to be the ringleader, but he doesn't want to get his hands dirty.
No.
Right. Well, the whole thing has spawned a lot of conversation about this, why Twitch hasn't done anything. And Tectone, he's been on this. He has been talking about this extensively over the last couple weeks. And I think for him, it's very personal. I think him and Hasan have been going at it for a long time and talking shit about each other. But Tectone sees an opportunity to strike, and I think I think a lot of people are on board with this. But he brought up a really interesting idea. Like, why has Twitch not done anything about this?
Guys, the world is fucked. What started off as a simple Hasan issues an apology and swears to treat his dog better in the future and maybe not use his dog as a prop has now turned into one of the biggest coordinated cover-ups in Twitch history. Hasan's like a fucking mafia boss. He's like the fucking boogeyman to these people. Has anybody heard from Ludwig? Is he dead? Has Hasan shocked him enough to where he can breathe now? I can't believe that this will soon blow over if it hasn't already blown over. And nothing will happen again because they are telling you that your eyes are lying to you.
Gaslighting.
And they want to move on so bad. And the worst thing is, people will. Scary as fuck times right now, guys.
You know, what's interesting about that is look what happened to Dr. Disrespect on Twitch. You know, it wasn't even on camera. Now, there was an incident where he went into like a men's bathroom with a camera and he told the person to immediately get out. But the thing that they accused him of and then he admitted to later on wasn't even on camera, was not even on live stream. This happened on a live stream. Now, it's not the same thing. However, it happened on camera. People witnessed it. People saw it. And they've done their own investigations and been these little detectives to figure out what it was. But, I mean, they immediately kicked Dr. Disrespect off.
Right.
Yeah. Immediately.
They went very hard and quick against accusations, but not when something is actually happening on a live stream.
Yes. Like, that's so messed up. I mean, good for Dr. Disrespect for continuing to do what he does. But it's just, it shows the bias. It shows the favoritism and the direction that they lean in.
Yeah.
I think we all see the bias. That's what it's so blatant right there at all times. And this just further pushes it home that much further. And I think we're all kind of done with it. It would be really funny to see, to what Tectone was saying over there, the idea that people will move on from this. But when you fuck with animals, that's when people get pissed, and I don't know if people are going to move on from this one that quick. Fettuccine Luigi says, didn't Sasha work with some animal abuse charities? Also, saw Good Boy in theaters the other day. Very, very good movie. Thank you, Fettuccine Linguini. Appreciate that. Nathan says, let's not forget that Hasan waved the airsoft gun without the orange cap on stream while he was doxing people. He's a coward and a bad liar. Thank you, Nathan. And Game Master came in with the $50 super chat. Says two things. First, Diddy Kong Piker can't worm his way out of this mess. He's super screwed up at this point, and people are waking the fuck up and hating this man for harming man's best friend. And it can only get worse from here as time goes on. Thank you so much, GME.
I can't give him the boobs because my StreamYard is broken. I can't scroll. Help! You have to do it.
I like
help boobs.
Please,
I can't. It won't let me scroll past 2-minute review.
I can't give him the boobs. She says.
Oh God! I just realized how bad that sounds.
You did. And then he came back with another 50, the second for gaming history. Shame on skipping over Doka Pin Kingdom. The game may be BS with a few RNG aspects, but it's rewarding over time. Played twice for the OP hero class, then finishing the King's Request while escaping the Robo Assassin. GME, Alice, I'm gonna tell you this right now. I don't know what the fuck you just said, but congratulations.
Have some boobs, though. I can't do it, Craig. I literally can't.
Oh, okay. Well, let's give him the big ones. I mean, the big reward there. There we go. Congratulations. Nice. Ta-da! All right. Future Jeremy Griggs came in, says, destroy Craig at Battlefield 6. You've got a tiny weenie. Thank you. Appreciate that. And that's very odd of you to know that. Let's not make it weird. Obi-Wan Cannoli says this is what we actually need. For someone use AI to make videos showing Blabs trying food from Olive Garden and telling us how much she enjoys it. that is a good use of AI. And Montesquieu says Sasha is a hardcore Souls-like fan. Shame she's defending an animal abuser, though. It's Montesquieu.
Yeah.
Katie Astronaut says Hasan needs to be banned not only for his antics, but his community. They are nuts. And you want proof? There's a pretty viral video of an alleged former fan getting harassed, talking bad on him. Also, when Moist Critical made a video on him, his next video was about bashing Trump. I wonder why. Thank you very much for that. And Yeesh says, all streamers are equal, but some streamers are more equal than others. Or, well, probably. Thank you, Yeesh. Appreciate that. All right, we do see the rest of your Super Chats, direct donations, and Rumble rants. We'll get to all of them before the end of the show, which once again, we're only going 2 hours today. Thank you guys very much. We are 3 yellow supers away from our Montez goal. Let's see if we can get that in the next 10 minutes or so. But I did want to get to this last story, which we probably should have put earlier in the day. But we saw this story a couple days ago where the diaper-wearing furry anime character was featured on the front page of Twitch. Ladies, did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
I did
You
not.
made me. Yes.
XQC's reaction to this.
They adore you. Anything for you?
Locked in. Has Kevin said anything?
Kevin is so fucking locked in.
Look at his face down here. He's like, what the fuck did I just see?
He hasn't spoken a word in 50 minutes.
I heard Kevin.
You now. Are you getting a wild abandoned skin? I saw that they were doing like a creator thing, and I didn't do it or anything because I haven't played much. But I was thinking that's like right up your alley. I'm wondering if there will be a Doryu skin in the future.
Quick, everyone misbehave again.
Meg, this is your first time seeing this. Yes?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the baby tiger fur diaper wearing bippy using tiger?
I feel gross.
Send the nukes.
Yeah, what is this? Like, I get the VTuber thing. That's cool, but like, why are you making baby noises? Like, you need to be investigated. If you have baby noises coming off of your soundboard that sound like actual babies, you're wearing a diaper, which means that your character's wearing a diaper. I'm sure you probably wear one in real life, which means that you have some sort of sick fetish that involves kids.
Mental illness.
Yes.
So I think we can all agree it's really fucking dirty and disgusting. And to answer to further what you were saying, Meg, yes, there's video of these people going to an event where they all wear diapers and they change themselves at these events in their diapers. It's disgusting. Either way, this was featured on the front page of Twitch and actually was banned like almost immediately within 24 hours of them being featured on the front page of Twitch, which begs so many questions. Number one, who featured them? Number two, are they still employed? Number three, how the fuck does this happen? Right? So this person was banned, and we were talking about Tectone a few minutes ago. Do y'all recall when Tectone was banned on Twitch for calling Frogan fat?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
Blabs, do you remember how long?
It was 2 weeks.
That's right. Tectone was banned 2 weeks for calling somebody fat.
Mm.
And this diaper wearing pacifier using tiger was banned 1 day.
Stunning and brave of Twitch. Wow. They really learned their lesson.
The trans she/her professional singer songwriter cartoon tiger over here.
What a title.
Yes.
Try saying that 5 times when you're drunk.
Now, like I said, next week during the Fun-a-thon, we're going to be using Twitch, but I want to be very clear. We're using it as a tool, right? I do not support that platform, but we will use that platform as a tool to reach as many people as we possibly can, okay? And let me tell you why I don't support this. Let's go to their CEO right here. This is taken from a clip and some of the things that they would like to do at Twitch. And I think it's, okay, here we go.
Thing we do need to make sure we do, we got to keep attracting younger viewers that, grow up on TikTok, when they're 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, even though they shouldn't be.
What the fuck? Holy shit.
Excuse me? Did he just have a Freudian slip, or did he just say the quiet part out loud?
As they feature the she/her trans singer-songwriter cartoon tiger on the front page, who, by the way, has been suspended on X, of all things. Did he say the quiet part out loud? So he said he wants to attract more 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12-year-olds here. But there's one big issue with that.
The Twitch age requirements, right?
That's right. You have to be 13 years old to have a Twitch account over here to even use it.
That's too young to me, in my opinion.
Well, it is the same platform that has, or at least had, a safety council where one of the members LARPed as a deer and then ate grass on stream, so there's nothing Twitch won't do.
I know that, like, parents out there let their kids just kind of doom scroll certain things on TikTok, and I think there are settings to where you can prevent your kids from scrolling across something that they shouldn't have. But I mean, people are starting to figure out how to get around that. These sickos are starting to figure out ways how to get around it. But the average 8-year-old should not be on TikTok to begin with, and should definitely not be on Twitch when you're featuring a trans cartoon tiger in a diaper, much less
women
the fact
are having birth.
Yeah,
giving
or
birth.
hot tub streams where girls are basically butt ass naked, and they can just stumble across this stuff anytime.
Never mind the politics.
Yeah, never mind the politics. Let's just talk about the fact that there are like basically naked girls on Twitch.
Yeah,
any time of the day, every day. That you want an 8-year-old to just happen to stumble upon that? Yeah, you do. You actually do want that to happen, which is sick.
Yeah.
This is obviously pointed out. Speaking of sick, you don't even know the rabbit hole we're about to go down real quick, Meg.
Oh, boy.
We're going to do this here in just a minute. But Aspen Gold points out very succinctly, this is a person who goes live as a furry version of a baby for the purpose of sexual arousal. How is that posting and drawing art of underage characters in a sexual nature isn't an instant permaban? What the fuck is going on with Twitch right here? Yep. Meg, once again, your first time seeing this, and I'm sorry to be the person who broke this to you, but there is we talk about the funnel here. They're being watched by a couple thousand people on the front page of Twitch, an audience they didn't normally have. While, once again, Twitch is trying to attract 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12-year-olds to their platform, right? One of the things mentioned in that stream with the baby furry tiger diaper wearing pacifier using furry thing was Baby FurCon. To attend Baby FurCon, you must be over the age of 18. And here are some of the things that you can do at Baby FurCon. Baby FurCon is a 21-plus furry convention made for baby furs by baby furs. We are welcoming to all, including all age players meaning they want to pretend to be kids, right? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12-year-olds. ABDL. Blabs, did you look up what ABDL means?
Yeah, hang on. I don't want to get it wrong. ABBDL, and then again. Okay. Hang on, I spelled it wrong. ABBDL. Another term is often used for a broad, non-specific, and inclusive shorthand for the wider community of people who engage in adult baby play, diaper play, or various other associated interests, both sexual and platonic in nature.
Burn it down. Just burn it down.
Here are some of the things that happen at this, including if you would like to sponsor, you get these are some of the sponsors: Kiddo Diapers and Lil Comforts here. These are sponsors of these events. And the Potty Training Dropouts is a platinum sponsor over here. So, hey, here we are.
No.
Baby diaper lover.
Yep.
Lock them up. You know, these people have fetish. Well, obviously they have fetishes, but they've got something going on up there that has a lot to do with loving kids.
Well,
and
yeah,
not in
look
the-
at how many times the word kiddo is
Yeah.
plastered all over this.
and baby.
Yeah.
That's the one that makes me like kids, yes, obviously makes you sick, but like the baby part of it enrages me.
Yes.
That enrages me.
Yeah.
That is disgusting, and these people need to be open the asylums again because these people need psychiatric help. They don't need to be affirmed. They don't need to be told, "Oh, you're big, brave, and beautiful." This is not big, brave, and beautiful. This is fucking sick.
Sav came in and says, "Stop it. This mental illness is too much. Call me a bigot. I have long since stopped caring. This place that has no place in society." I 1000% agree. This should be rejected to have court, and these people should be shunned. The idea of like you do the furry thing in your own home. Okay, that's fine. Then you're like, well, we need a convention where we can go wear our diapers and with our binkies.
What's next? It's
Yeah.
it's like I feel like they try to keep like pushing the goalposts further and further and further away to see like what they can continue to get away with. You know, first a furry convention, now it's a furry convention with diapers, now it's a furry convention with diapers where you have to act like a baby. Like, why? Why? Because you're sick. That's why. And you need affirmation from a group of people that are just as sick as you to be in a room together so you can not feel so sick.
Send the nukes, everybody. Send
Yes.
the nukes. All right. Look, ladies, I know we're running up on the time. I'm going to stick around and get to these super chats. But speaking of super chats, we did get our Montez goal today, which is just absolutely spectacular. Thank you guys very much. Hey, how about a little Montez to finish up on a Friday?
Bitch! Montez!
What if we had Mike Tyson show up at one of these little baby fur
That'd be
contests
wild.
and just doing right hooks on everybody, their heads flying off. All right, look, we have a big week ahead of us. Once again, we're we usually go 3 hours now, but we're in a little early because coming up on Monday, we're going 108 straight hours. Woo-hoo! Starting on Monday at noon Eastern, 11 a.m. Central. You see all of our friends, the power of one, the power of two, the power of many right there. You can see some of our sub goals here. Guys, we're already closing in on 900 right now. We are past 800 right now. And so you can see our first goal. We're going to start way ahead, which is great. So join us on Monday. If you guys have anything going on, join us on Tuesday. Hey, you're hanging out at 4 o'clock on a Wednesday. We're live. We're going to be live for 108 straight hours next week on YouTube, on Kick, on Rumble, on Plus, on Twitch, everywhere. Okay. So please join us over there. And our goal is very simple. We want to set the Rumble sub record. We want to set the standard early and let nobody pass it for years and years and years and years and years. Got it? Small thing to ask. That's all. All right. Vera, where can everybody find you, my lady?
You can find me on YouTube, Veridark Dark Titan Media. You can find me on X. I stream every day except for Fridays. And
yes.
of course, 2 to 3 videos a day.
Awesome. By the way, Surviving the Strange says Craig isn't showering the whole 108 hours. I'll tell you what. Maybe he'll do that a quick sub goal to start the stream. What do you think about that, Blabs?
No.
No.
You remember?
I won't be anywhere near you. And actually, we'll keep you like in like a room by yourself. Like you Grotty thing, you stay over there.
You'll be the one that you told me I have to go up to and go, hey, you stank.
Yep. Yep. Meg's going to have to lay it down on you.
All right. And Meg, where can everybody find you?
You can find me everywhere. It's MeggyMoo32. I have a show called On the Subject Monday, Tuesdays, and Thursday nights at 7:30, 8:30 Eastern. And on the weekends, we do Off the Subject, where we kind of get away from the millennial nostalgia and play video games and do all kinds of stuff. And it's really fun. So I'll be live tonight and tomorrow night, and then with you guys Monday through Wednesday.
It's gonna be big, baby. All right. Ladies, I'll let you bounce. Blabs, safe travels.
I know I have to stay. I need to do Spotify unless you're going to cover that one.
Well, no, you can leave, but you can just do Spotify after we're done, so you can get all packed and stuff.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, I'm like, I can't go anywhere until Spotify's done.
I'll hang out with the chat for a little bit. Okay.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I'm
All right,
going
ladies.
then.
Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Have a great day. And Meg, we'll see you in a couple days. Blabs, I'll see you.
Yes.
See you down there. And Vera, we'll see you in a couple weeks. Okay.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Bye. Oh, bye, Blabs. All right, let's get to your supers, guys. Thank you very much for your support today. Genuinely appreciate it, as it's kind of the send-off show before next week's Fundathon. Like I said, we've been working really hard on this, and hopefully you guys embrace what we have going on over there. Hopefully the last 2.5 years of Side Strollers have shown you guys a good track record of what we're looking to build over here, and now it's kind of time to take the next step. So that's what we're hoping is accomplished here. It's going to be good. I'm excited for it. A lot of our friends are sacrificing a lot of time to come out and be a part of it because they believe in what we're doing. So hopefully that support is there. Jared says, well, I think AI can be a useful tool. It does terrify me to the point where I'm going to have to be real careful about what photos and videos I want to post now on. Yeah, for sure. I'm with you on that, Jared. AI is scary. Torgo says the answer to the watermarking is that if you remove or redistribute something without the AI watermark, can be seen as can be a civil cause of action against. Oh, that's interesting. I like it. Okay. Like the idea. It's worth discussing. Brian says, have you seen the Rick Beto vid on AI? No, I have not, Brian. Highlander says, who's worse, Jenny from Forrest Gump or Grandpa Joe from WW? Grandpa Joe from WW. What am I missing here? I don't know Grandpa Joe off the top of my head. Crumb says, oh, I'm sorry. Sorry about that, Crumbs. Shell Beach says, Beast Financial, totally not a scam at all. Llama says, they claim you are not supposed to wash your jeans. I have heard that, yes, but at a certain point, you do need to wash your jeans because they stink. Cryptic says, as an Asian person, seeing a dog seems to make me hungry. Don't know why. Thanks, Cryptic. Dan says, with a member for 24 months, that's 2 stinking years. Thanks, Dan. Sunder Stiller says, you guys should have a biggest asshole competition between Rose and Jenny. Maybe find a couple other unintentional movie villains to toss in. Unintentional meaning the movie makers didn't intend it. Yes, I like that. I'm going to write that down on my list of things here. Hold on, let's see. Horrible contest. Rose versus Rose. Cool. All right, got it. A-Wolf says, digital ID is the mark of the beast. No matter how bad it gets, don't get the mark, even if it becomes life or death. Christ is king. Thank you, AWOL. Mercenary says, I absolutely hate Hasan Piker, and I would not shed a tear if someone were to beat him within an inch of his life. He showed no remorse for that dog. He's that short away from humans. Thank you. John says, there's no shock collars in Bazingze. Thank you, John. Buzzian says, Tectone has said that Sasha is abusing the copyright DMCA to stop people from using her clips about Hasan abusing her dog, which will probably get hit by. Buzzian says, go easy on Taylor. It's not easy to mock elderly, clearly starting to suffer dementia. Wist says, make one ethical judgment on your own. Difficult, Hasan orbiters. They will not. They will not. Joey says, rip Ace Feely, a true icon of rock, classic rock music. Goodwrench came in and says, Hasan Tez. And Marius says, did someone say Montez? Yes, Marius also said Montez. Thank you very much, Marius, guys. Appreciate it. Jojo says, I was banned on Twitch for playing Dire Straits' Money for Nothing. It says a word that sounds like maggot. He was an earring in the middle. 1 week ban for the song. Wow. Montesquieu says, I remember a long time ago, there was this dear person as a Twitch moderation team or something. Would explain a lot, really. Yes, that's been well established many, many times. Joey says, I've said it before and I'll say it again. We need to build an Arkham City super style prison to lock up the crazy wokies like Hasan and the weird VTuber and then activate Protocol 10. All right, Joey. Mercenary says, it's not about money. It's about demonic worship with these people. They are not mentally ill. They're pure evil and want to spread it everywhere. Says evil doesn't need a reason, just the opportunity. Axel Head says, can we pour one out for Frank Woodruff Buckle? He was the last surviving American World War I. Wow, he passed away recently. Rest in glory, soldier. Wow, I did not know that. That's crazy. I had no idea that there was another World War I veteran. That is nuts. Crazy. Sly Rye says, we need to attract more 8 to 12-year-olds to the platform, then predominantly feature Hasan and baby furries on the front page. No, stop this. Gross. Yes, Sly. Dark Matter for Heart for 5 says, hashtag not enough nukes. Mercenary says, this one's for the last World War I veteran, Frank. GME came back, says, Side Scrollers Plus is best to put in a long as text, Craig. YouTube sucks anyways. Yes. Plus allows for longer support. Jimmy says, we need to stop adding Sora watermarks to legit videos for maximum confusion. You need to start adding them. And Taker says, Craig, I hope you guys raise more money than your rivals, those bastards on 3D Platformers podcast. I know, those motherfuckers. And Commodore fan says, Grandpa Joe is the sorry a-hole from Wonka. Oh, yeah, Grandpa Joe. Yes, from Willy Wonka. I understand. Who's the worst? I still think Jenny is the worst, yes. And Dark Matter Heart says, Craig, when you start Side Scrollers Game Devs, I have an idea for a turn-based game where it's Star Wars meets Advance Wars. If there are those that like to help make it. Listen, we're going to be looking at all options, but we got to kind of get going first. That's the most important thing. But for now, it's time to get going. But guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Once again, big week next week. Genuinely hope you guys show up for that. Just know you guys, we're going to be live for 108 straight hours. Very much looking forward to this. Spent a lot of time planning this. A lot of friends sacrificing their time to come out because they agree with what we're doing over here. They want to be a part of what we're doing here. I would love to hire some of the people that are coming down to be a part of what we're building, because we want to build brands, we want to build shows, we want to build games, we want to build events and experiences. It's about changing culture, and we're going to need your help in doing so. I know that apparently there's going to be a big announcement this afternoon on F&T regarding some brands that were in our space. Wish them good luck with that. Just want to say good luck before. I've heard rumors about what's going on, so good luck. We have some good things planned ourselves, so let's all work together to build a better culture. Aramis, thank you so much for the gifted premium Rumble premium membership sub over there. That's awesome. Hopefully we have a ton of those next week and we break some fucking records. Guys, have a great weekend. Get outside, touch some grass. We're going to be traveling and getting everything geared up for the weekend, starting up on Monday. We will see you guys then. Have a great weekend. And remember, people are going to try to keep you down. Don't let them. You guys got a goal. Go get it. See you guys later. Have a great day. Bye-bye. What Blabs? Fatality. What Phoenix? See ya. Bye.